Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlicker shills, Dutch lacers, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks. I'm Useful Idiot. Welcome. And today, let's talk about this big program that President Biden promised, spending $42 billion. He actually promised $100 billion, and Congress allocated $42.45 billion for this project to hook up all these people to high-speed internet. And FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr came out and said that they failed to connect a single American to high-speed internet. Unbelievable. Most new construction projects won't even start until 2025. And he made this promise 3 years ago. And it was part of the so-called BEAD program, the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment in the infrastructure bill. And so our takeaway from this is that all these promises and all this money spent um, and all these pork-laden legislation that we get achieves nothing. It sounds really good. It gets put into the heads of Americans that President Biden and all the other presidents before him, for that matter, make these promises, and then nothing happens and the money disappears. And so the big picture, what we have here, of course, is one, we have Joe Biden making this grand announcement that is just a false promise that gets drilled in everybody's heads. And so from now on, the liberal base particularly will be like, oh my God, look at that. President Biden spent $42 billion to hook up all these Americans to high-speed internet. What a great program. And of course, nothing happened. And then two, this was obviously like everything else President Biden does, is to get votes. Is to get votes in the next election. An empty promise to get votes. And then third, of course, the big question is, well, Congress appropriated this $42 billion for this program, and nothing happened. Where is that money? Where is that $42 billion? Did they send it to Ukraine, or did they send it to Israel? Just go in the general slush fund? Did it go into the Pentagon's black fund? Where is that $42 billion? And this isn't the first time that we've gotten this from President Biden and all the presidents before him. Of course, the big promise, too, that all this money would be spent, once again, as part of the infrastructure bill to create all these charging stations for the gigantic growth in EV vehicles in the United States. And all that money spent, and they created 7 to 8. That's right, 7 to 8 new charging stations have been built. I can't remember the exact amount of money that was promised for that program, but once again, that's all gone. It sounded great when he announced it. It's getting him votes, and we have no idea where the fuck all that money went to. So anyway, there we have it. Another empty promise. Sounded great on paper. Everybody's got it in their heads. All that money's gone. Nothing happened. I'm a Useful Idiot. Don't you be one too.